Now, I'm not particularly religious, and I do like dance music. Two caveats to put on the table here at the outset, but I am very keen on ecclesiastical architecture and preserving and revering history. So, with that in mind, I was less than impressed, along with many on good old Twitter, now X, about a rave being held at the immensely significant monument that is Canterbury Cathedral in southern England. I should state that this event was nominally a silent disco, but audible shrieks and shouting was heard from the sizable crowd and DJ who'd gathered and were filmed singing along to Gala's 1996 one-hit wonder, Freed from Desire. I suppose at least the lyrics allude to a certain virtuousness, freed from desire, mind and senses purified, although to my mind and senses, purified or otherwise, this just doesn't sit right. Let me briefly explain a bit about the importance and, for many, sanctity of Canterbury Cathedral. Canterbury Cathedral is one of the most iconic landmarks in England and boasts a rich and storied history dating back over a millennium. The origins of Canterbury Cathedral can be traced back to the late 6th century when St Augustine, sent by Pope Gregory the Great, arrived in Kent to convert the Anglo-Saxons to Christianity. Augustine established his seat in Canterbury and built the first cathedral on the site of an old Roman church. In 1067, following the Norman conquest of England, Archbishop Lanfranc began the construction of a larger, more grandiose cathedral in the Romanesque style. The new cathedral was designed to reflect the power and influence of the Norman church and served as a symbol of the Norman presence in England. Completed in 1077, this Romanesque cathedral featured a cruciform plan with a central tower and a nave flanked by aisles. However, it was in the 12th century that Canterbury Cathedral truly began to flourish. Under the guidance of Archbishop Thomas Becket, the cathedral underwent significant expansion and renovation. Becket, who served as Archbishop from 1162 until his martyrdom in 1170, transformed Canterbury into a major centre of pilgrimage and devotion, not least with his own martyrdom. A bitter quarrel between the Archbishop and King Henry II allegedly led to the king uttering the infamous words, "Will no one rid me of this turbulent priest?" This comment was red rag to a bull, and is said to have inspired Henry's knightly henchmen to carry out Becket's despicable murder in Canterbury Cathedral itself in 1170. Thomas Becket, also known as St Thomas of Canterbury, was brutally slain inside his own cathedral. It was an event that caused political and religious turmoil, and resulted in the shaming and penance of the king and the canonisation of Becket. After this shocking incident, and despite periods of decline and neglect, Canterbury Cathedral has remained a focal point of religious and cultural life in England. It has witnessed the coronation of an English monarch, Harthacnut, and is a burial place of significant historical figures, such as the magnificent tombs of King Henry IV and Edward the Black Prince. Throughout the centuries, Canterbury Cathedral has undergone various restorations and renovations to preserve its architectural integrity and historical significance. In 1988 it was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site, recognising its importance as a masterpiece of Gothic architecture and a symbol of England's spiritual heritage. To have a tacky and boozy 90s disco with poorly executed singing and the waving of plastic light sticks is not just anachronistic but insulting. To make matters worse, the cathedral authorities seem to revel in this event. The official account of Canterbury Cathedral tweeted, "Fantastic atmosphere at last night's silent disco. Thanks to everyone who joined us. We're looking forward to welcoming everyone this evening. We'll be sharing more pictures later." My view is that the current custodians of this transcendent national treasure either do not know or do not care about the weight of history and spiritual magnitude of this place, and the event literally saw partygoers dancing on graves. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and most importantly subscribe. And you can also support the channel on Subscribestar via the link in the description, or via YouTube Super Thanks. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.